Police tell us they are trying to figure out who killed a woman in a hit-and-run accident on the northeast side.
We want to check in with Jenna Webster. She's live near East 42nd Street and North German Church Road, where this crash happened around 2 hours ago. What have you learned since you first joined us at 4, Jenna?
Well, I did just double check with that Vision Zero dashboard. That is the city's plan where they're kind of gathering data, trying to figure out how we can get to zero pedestrian and motor vehicle crashes by 2035. Just check that data. It looks like this would be the 20th fatal crash this year for 2026. This would be the 5th one involving a pedestrian. So yeah, police have been out here since about 2:45 when they got the call. There's not a ton that we can see from where we are right now. The coroner's office just arrived. The traffic investigations team is down a little bit farther away from us, kind of starting on their investigation, but they said they got a call around 2:45 from people that were walking by North German Church Road about a woman that they saw down, lying on the ground. She was unresponsive. When police arrived here to begin that investigation, they did not see a car, which is why they are believing this is a hit and run at this point. Unclear when that crash actually happened. That's something that police are going to be investigating tonight in the next couple of days. They believe that that car was driving southbound on North German Church Road. So that would be from the area of 42nd Street, 46th Street over toward 42nd Street. But they don't have any information right now about who was driving that car, any information, even the car's type or color or license plate. So they are asking anybody, if you were around here, if you have any information, to please call IMPD or Crime Stoppers.
Any information that you have can be very crucial to not only determining who that individual was, but helping bring closure to a grieving family who's on the cusp of Mother's Day and is experiencing the unimaginable.
Yeah, not the news that any family wants to learn about. Don't know how old this woman is. They do believe that she is an adult, though. Again, this investigation is still in the very early stages. So if you drive in this area, if you live in this area, if you pass by North German Church Road between 42nd and 46th Street, police say it's going to be closed for a couple hours as this investigation is ongoing. Guys.
All right, Jenna Webster reporting live for us tonight. Thank you.
You took the angel, and why? Why?
Such emotion there developing tonight. That's the family of a man who was murdered in a mass shooting in Broad Ripple. The family coming together in court today to confront this man, the killer, in court. And it happened right before the man learned his sentence, how long he's going to be going to prison.
Rich Nye had his camera in the courtroom today for that powerful testimony and what the killer did not say.
The courtroom was filled with the family of Tim Brown, many wearing orange T-shirts that read Tim Effect. The 36-year-old father was shot 5 times and killed in March 2024 in a mass shooting inside Landshark's bar in Broad Ripple that also injured 5 other people. A jury convicted 27-year-old Nicholas Folk of murder, aggravated battery, and 4 counts of battery with a deadly weapon.
I will never get to hug my brother again. He will never get to love on us again. But trust and believe that legacy is not. You see Tim Effect on my shirt because that is what he was, an effect on anybody. And I bet if he had the chance to touch your life, you might have did just a little bit better.
I can't even hear him say, "Mama, please pray for me at 3 in the morning like we used to pray." I don't feel sorry for you. Whatever happened to you today, I don't feel sorry for you.
Is there anything you would like to say?
No, thank you, Judge.
Folk offered no apology, and no clear reason was ever given as to why he opened fire inside the Landshark's bar.
I just wanted to hear him say he was sorry, not for me, because you can't bring back what you took. So I know that would have made my mom feel a little bit better.
We are here in part because of our government's abject failure to protect us from gun violence. We would not be here if our government had made appropriate efforts to protect our community from gun violence. So I wish to add, again, that this is a complex social problem that cannot be laying at the feet solely of Mr. Folk.
The judge sentenced Folk to a combined 88 years in prison. In Indianapolis, Rich Nye, 13 News.
All right, so here's the sentencing breakdown. It includes 60 years for the murder of Brown, plus aggravated sentences for each of the 5 other people who were shot and injured inside Landshark's. The bar closed after that shooting and never reopened. We have an update tonight on a shooting involving Metro Police. In just the last couple of hours, we've learned a 24-year-old man is now facing a preliminary charge of attempted murder, accused of shooting an officer. The shooting happened late Friday night in Broad Ripple. The suspect is in the hospital today in critical condition but stable after an officer shot him. Metro Police say he was acting erratically and disregarding police commands when he shot an officer and police returned fire. That officer, who left the hospital over the weekend, is continuing to recover and said to be in good spirits. New tonight, Muncie police are outlining what led up to a deadly triple shooting. Police say the suspect told them the woman killed in the shooting was trying to get away from him.
2 men were also hurt in that incident, and Ella Rhodes went to that town today to talk with neighbors about what happened in this Muncie Southside neighborhood. Ella.
Muncie police confirmed a 23-year-old woman was shot and killed here on South Walnut Street, and 2 other men were injured in a shooting Sunday evening. Police did say they apprehended a suspect. That 21-year-old suspect was arrested on a dozen preliminary charges. Police say it all started at this home. Arresting documents say when officers got to the scene, they found 3 people shot. The suspect was apprehended by a retired Muncie police officer. A release from Muncie police say a 23-year-old woman was killed and a 40-year-old man and a 39-year-old man wounded. Arresting documents say the suspect dragged a woman down the sidewalk by her feet. Police say then a truck stopped and the suspect began shooting at it. Stone Myers lives a few doors down from the shooting. He says it's a fairly quiet area.
Complete shock. I knew Muncie had been named Little Chicago a couple times, and I know there's a lot of violence that goes around, but everything hits different when it's that close to home.
The report from police say they found 3 children in a locked room inside the home covered in feces, from 3 months old to 3 years old. Muncie police say this is still an ongoing investigation. In Muncie, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
And ahead tonight here on 13 News at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear more details on the investigation, as well as a response today from the mayor and also a local domestic violence advocate and also a former Muncie police officer. Our coverage will continue with Ella. Also tonight, a suspect is under arrest in a deadly shooting at an apartment complex on the northeast side of Indy. The 63-year-old man now faces a preliminary charge of murder. The shooting happened just before 11 Sunday night at the Autumn Trails Apartments. That's near 38th Street and North Franklin Road. Officers took the victim, 58-year-old Darren McMiller, to the hospital in critical condition, but he later died.
We just got new surveillance video after dozens of car break-ins targeting specifically pickup trucks in Johnson County.
And the number of break-ins from the weekend has just gone up as we've looked into it today. Jenny Renovich has this update on the new leads in the investigation.
Take a look at new surveillance video in the midst of a Johnson County crime spree. That first pickup truck, detectives think it's carrying suspected thieves. The second truck, stolen from someone's driveway. It's one of dozens of brazen break-ins early Sunday morning, all targeting pickup trucks, all after guns and cash.
Guns and cash.
All with the same MO.
They make entry and they check the glove box, the console, and leave.
Jordan Rosie came home to this after Mother's Day brunch. His work truck's window half gone, half on the ground.
It looked like my window was down when I was pulling up to the house. I'm like, that ain't right.
Nothing stolen, but the truck damaged, and he's not alone. In fact, the number of smash and grabs went up since Sunday. 9 reported to Bargersville PD, 20 to Greenwood PD, 16 to the sheriff's office. 45 break-ins in 4 hours. Police believe there are multiple suspects hitting trucks all at once.
Someone broke into 3 cars, stole my wallet. I had a firearm in the vehicle, took the firearm, and just kept it moving.
But a day later, detectives say they're hot on the thieves' trail. Security footage helping from neighbors.
We have more than I thought we'd have.
And that stolen truck, the sheriff's office found it in Indianapolis.
We did. We also sent somebody up to tech that vehicle for potential evidence, and we'll see what we get from that as well.
Detectives are frustrated that the suspects got away with guns, weapons left in trucks, now on the streets.
It's frustrating because it doesn't have to happen. And it's dangerous, and it's not being responsible.
Police are now boosting patrols overnight, and victims hope the crooks...
But it would be awesome to hear that they get them.
...get caught. In Johnson County, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
And investigators could still use your help to solve the case. They have many of them. So look around, and if you have surveillance video and it was running between 12:30 and 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, they sure would love it if you would share it with Greenwood, Bargersville, or Johnson County Police. Angela?
Anne-Marie, lots of sunshine on this Monday early evening. We're live in Hamilton County. In Indianapolis, we have 71, Lafayette 67, Muncie 72, and Bloomington checking in at 72. It's a little breezy out there late this afternoon, early this evening. Temperatures will stay in the upper 60s and low 70s through 7 p.m. and still in the low 60s just after the sun goes down at 9 p.m. As we look ahead to our Tuesday, temperatures will be warmer by about 5-6 degrees. That will put high temperatures tomorrow in the middle and upper 70s. We then cool it down thanks to a cold front toward the end half of the week. We'll talk about that in the 80s in the 7-day.
All right, Angela, thank you. We want to take you now to the huge moment for IU's national champions. The football team just arrived in Washington, D.C. this afternoon, where, as you can see right there, they got to meet President Trump.
Yes, and there you see head coach Kirk Cinetti deliver a football to the president. And here's what he had to say about them before the crowd that was gathered on the White House lawn today.
This was a year that will live forever in the hearts of Indiana football fans. It was an exciting year for football, but maybe you're the biggest story. I think, Coach, you're the biggest story. There's no story like this. The Hoosiers delivered the program's first ever undefeated, untied season and capped it off with their first ever national title.
The president also said the team's winning quarterback. Who's that, Dustin?
Oh, that would be Fernando Mendoza.
Yes, and he was the number what?
Number one.
The number one pick.
That's right.
For sure. He's not there because he is now on the Las Vegas Raiders team, and they gave him a call, and so he had to work.
He couldn't take the time off.
He's got a job.
Priorities. He's got his job. His first job.
Yeah, he's setting an example.
That's right.